I was looking at this site called ml5js.org. It's a machine learning tool for programmers. And there's been a trend where programming tools or websites for programmers will show their support for some social cause. For example, Grammarly, I believe, has a banner at the top of the page where they indicate their support for Ukraine or something. There have been lots of websites around tech which indicated their support for the organization Black Lives Matter. The level to which this website goes is new to me, because what they do is, unless the modal is broken, although I don't think so because there's no, I don't know, my hunch is that that's not the case, but usually when you click outside the modal, or if you hit the escape button, the modal will close. But it appears to be the case that the only way to close this modal is to click this button, which indicates your support for Black Lives Matter. I do not support this organization, so I do not want to click this button. I did look at the source code, and there are 2 click event listeners bound to this button. The source code is minified, and I don't have the nerve to go through it manually right now. I did ask ChatGPT to explain the code and see what it does, but it wasn't really any help. In any case, I suspect if you click this button, like I said, it'll close the modal. But, maybe you don't support this organization. Or maybe even if you do, you don't think that they should make your access to their website conditional upon your agreement with a political stance. Right, like I'd be saying the same thing if it were an organization that I do agree with. I think mixing social issues with a field like programming, which is completely politically neutral, is not only unprofessional, but disgusting. There's already tremendous social pressure to agree to social justice warrior causes like this one. So the question is, how do you, if you want to use this site, although given the kinds of people that seem to run this site, you may want to reconsider, but if you really want to use this site, if you really want to use this tool and you want to look through the site, how do you close this modal without indicating your support for something you don't actually support? And you can use a nifty programming trick. And so I currently have Safari open, but this also works in Chrome, or any Chromium-based browser probably. If you hit, with the developer tools enabled first, if you hit Command-Shift-C, this will let you select any part of the modal. And then you want to look for something that says modal container. On other sites it might be called something different, but you kind of develop an eye for this the more you do this. This, by the way, right here, don't be scared by this. I know it looks complicated, but this is just the source code that makes up the page. And you click on this modal container thing once, so it's selected, and then you hit delete on your keyboard. And now you're free to view the page without betraying your principles. This also comes in handy for if on other websites, if the modal is broken, or maybe there's an ad that slipped through your ad blocker or something, then you can delete those things manually. But use this approach responsibly, like don't use it to get around paywalls or anything. Anyway, hope this helps.